Hey y'all, welcome back. Welcome to my crappy webcam and welcome to a very frustrated Heather. I'm not sure if anyone is able to join this midday thing, but so I texted the bestie. I'm not sure if she's able to jump on just to see if this is actually working or not. Let's see, somebody is on. One is better than none. I am on my lunch break. I've been trying to figure out how I can go live without having to use my webcam for 2 days. I spent 3 hours last night. I have looked at tutorials. I have, oh great, my sister is online. That's so embarrassing. Hey Harmony, hey Patience. So I really want to step my game up on YouTube. This is the camera that I film with, my regular videos. So I film. Hey Michelle, thank you for jumping on. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Everybody. So this is my little camera that I film on. Now I have to use a memory card. Okay, cool. I have to use a memory card after I film the video. I plug the memory card in, upload it, and that's how you guys are getting videos. There has got to be an easier way. I don't have the subscriber count to be monetized, and that's not what I'm concerned with. What I want to do is do live videos. It is a great way to market yourself. It's a great way to network, and it's a great way to gain subscribers. So I thought I was going to be smart, and I downloaded this thing called Streamlabs, and that so far is not working. Tried it on my phone, it's not working. It's really frustrating. So I am going to craft a little bit. I have an outgoing swap with Lauren Cunningham, who is a YouTube viewer here, and I reached out to her to see if she wanted to swap. She's new to Happy Mail swapping, but she's not new to crafting. She's really a great crafter, and she entered my subby challenge when we had the subbies do a banner piece for me. So anyway, I think the easiest thing I'm going to be able to do is just buy another webcam, buy like a better quality webcam. And I don't know how that would work with overhead videos. Like there's still a lot of things going on, and I can't really invest a whole lot of money into YouTube equipment right now, because we just quite frankly need other stuff. So gonna go ahead and do some crafts while we talk. Haven't been on in a couple days because and Carrie, you already know this, but I landed myself in the ER on Thursday because I had ignored a problem. I was having TT problems and couldn't go to the bathroom without a lot of pain. Thought it would go away. I was supposed to go week before last, after a meeting, I told my friend Terry that I would go to the ER and get checked out, but I didn't because that's the kind of patient I am. I'm totally non-compliant. Might think about a tablet. My son has a tablet that he doesn't even use. So I wonder, would your subscriber count not matter going live from a tablet? I don't know. I got to think about it. But anyway, ended up going to another meeting this week on Thursday, went to the bathroom. There was blood on my toilet paper. Sorry if this is TMI, but scared me a little bit. Like, I knew I had some sort of urinary tract infection, but I didn't realize that, that was happening. So, told my mom. She kind of yelled at me in caps on Messenger. And I'm trying to find some adhesive. So I go ahead and go to the ER. Okay, fine. I get into the quick care area, which is cool here. Great, and that adhesive doesn't even work. Angus, get out of the garbage. Right here in front of me is my freaking ATG gun. So I get to the quick care area. I have this really cool guy. He's actually a paramedic. And in quick care, like, you can see nurse practitioners or people that, let's see, nurse practitioners, RNs, or I forget what else. There's something else. But anyway, I told him that I had not had any water that day, which was not a lie. And he said, "Oh, you're going to make it difficult on me to try and get any blood." And I was like, "Yeah, pretty much, because I'm a difficult stick anyway. Because I'm fluffy, so my veins roll and hide, and I'm quite scarred in my elbows, not in my elbows, but the bend of my arm." Hey, Anna. So needless to say, he couldn't find a vein. He tried in my hand, he tried in the bend of my arm, and he ended up going right here on the side of my freaking arm fat. So that's a bruise because my IV burst out of my arm, and never in my life has this happened before, but it was like a fire hydrant being opened, because blood went everywhere, went all over me, went all over him, and he reached down with his bare hand to hold my arm in the blood. So that was a first, definitely. Get to the back. They assessed the urinalysis and all that. Like, I was totally not expecting having to see a doctor. I thought I would just go through quick care, get an antibiotic. Yeah, it was disgusting also. So, get to the back. They say that I definitely have a urinary tract infection, but they want to do a CT scan because of the amount of blood in the urine sample. So, okay, we do the CT scan. That comes back, and I have a very angry right kidney, is what they said. So that explains why I was having low back pain on the right side, which I have random pains here and there, but this was so bad a couple nights before. I thought I was going to have Mickey take me on to the hospital then, but I didn't. I ignored it. So I'm just making my little base for a pocket letter. I like to back both sides and make it a little bit more sturdy. So yeah, there is that issue. I have been on antibiotics now since Thursday night. They told me that they wanted me to not work, and I was like, but I work from home. And they're like, can you do it from the bed? And in my case, no, I can't, just because of the way, like, my headboard is not solid, so I can't, like, lean up on it. It's hollow. So that wasn't an option. I did try and sit at my desk and on Friday, because I really don't like calling out. I mean, we work from home, so if you have a headache or whatever, it's kind of easy to just deal with it and keep it moving. But I tried to sit in my chair and it just wasn't happening. So I sent my boss my little work excuse, and I did what they told me, because they said if I was not better in 24 hours, I would have to come back for IV antibiotics. And that's why they wanted me to basically be on bed rest. And I'm not a good patient, nor do I have the best support system here. As far, like, my husband, bless his heart, he don't know how to take care of. He was his mom's caregiver for like years. So I think he just kind of pushes that out of his mind now, that he would actually need to take care of somebody. Like, not on purpose, but it's like out of sight, out of mind. His mom was disabled, so she couldn't take care of herself. I'm not disabled, but when I was told to be on bed rest, I still ended up cooking dinner Friday. But that, I mean, it is what it is. So, that's why I wasn't on this weekend, but I really wanted to be. Yes, I'm fine now. Um, that's why you kind of didn't hear from me. And I have a haul that I need to upload that occurred before I got ill. But yeah, everything's okay. They put me on antibiotics. I've been taking them. I've actually been good. I don't like taking medication. Like, I have a thyroid problem. I do not take meds for it. I did for a while, and have tried several times to take medication for my thyroid issue. It just doesn't help. I still feel like crap. So why am I wasting my money if I'm still going to feel like crap? That's how I look at it. I'm giving the, big pharma enough money as it is, with all of Obi's meds that he's on. Mickey's on prescriptions. Like, I don't want to give them any more of my money for something that doesn't help. So the only thing I'm on is birth control, thank God. And I choose, I've said before, I'm not on anything for any of my mental health diagnoses, although that is getting a little bit harder to manage lately. And I don't know if it's because of the amount of stress, I don't know. But it's getting noticeably more difficult, that I have increased anxiety socially, which is kind of weird. Like, I love being on YouTube, but I don't even think my sister's still on here. But when we went to Helen and we were in the little shopping area, I literally had to get out of a few of those stores because it was so overwhelming. And, like, you can feel it coming on. If you have anxiety at all, you can feel that wave of weirdness. I don't know how to explain it. And you just have to remove yourself out of that situation. So I had to do that a couple of times, which I can normally control it a little bit better. I don't know if it's because, menopause. I don't know if it's because um, with the PTSD, I've never had that evaluated by anyone other than my primary care doctor. Like, she just basically said I have it and I need to be on medication, but I've not seen a therapist or anything. And yeah, so like a combination. Well, my diagnosis is manic depression, social anxiety, PTSD, and now I'm in menopause. So all of those things combined are kind of making it hard to function. Like, I'm a really happy go lucky person. And so even though I don't like social situations, like, I'm not weirded out by having to speak, publicly at work. Like, I can do that just fine, but it's just the it's getting harder. It used to be more manageable, and I'm afraid that there will come a time when I won't be able to manage it with just meditation or crafting. And I toyed with the idea of talking about, another thing. The reason I want to be able to go live more often is I have a lot of stuff to say. And I feel like if I'm just crafting away here and not showing you guys because I can't show you overhead, but I'm trying to do my base for the pocket letter, and I must not have measured them correctly because I'm having to trim them, which is the story of my life. But like, I have a lot to say, and I feel like, especially in the crafting community, a lot of us, not just me, we craft as our therapy. Whether you're on conventional medications or not, I believe that a lot of us use crafting as a therapeutic measure to help cope with whatever is going on psychologically. For me, I had to find something to do with my time. It wasn't an option. I knew I didn't want to be on medication, and the reason I didn't want to be on medication is the reason I listed to my doctor is why she then diagnosed me with PTSD, because my first husband, the narcissist that he was, I've had mental illness my entire life. Unfortunately, that is hereditary, and so there's no shortage of it in my sweet little family. But when I was married to him, he basically said, I don't want to be married to anybody on medication. And he took my meds and he flushed them. So now when the doctor says you really need um, you need to be on medication, I'm trying to block somebody. Hold on. Okay. When the doctor mentioned to me that it wasn't advisable for me to continue to be unmedicated, I told her what he said. I told her what he did, and even though I'm not married to him anymore, even though I do my very best not to even communicate with him, uh, when she said that, of course, what he said and did resonated, and I can't block that out. Like, I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think. Yeah, we have a lot in common. That's why I wanted to do lives, because Boy, it's hard to keep up with all the weirdos on here. I feel like there are so many ladies out here that could be really dealing with some detrimental stuff at home. And not only is crafting their therapy, but talking the person next to you, that person that you're watching on YouTube, could potentially be in a really bad situation. And it is a way to reach out. It is a way to let that person know they're not alone. There are so many resources out there for victims like me, a domestic violence survivor, that, like, I need to let people know that they're not alone. Do I want kudos or, a pat on the back because I survived, or, whatever? I'm still recovering, I'm still surviving, but it is my goal in life to make sure that my friends are safe, and that if they need somebody to talk to, or if they need help with a situation, I have those resources. I am still looking to become a domestic violence advocate here for the state of Georgia. But, I don't have the funds to necessarily get my certification. I've been to a couple seminars, but that's as far as I've gotten with it. And I want to do more. I think part of your healing and part of, look, Michelle, I'm using my little thingies. Like, I've always had a calling. I've worked with many, many charity groups. I started my own food pantry here in the town where I grew up. I had to shut that down because the need was so great I couldn't keep up with how many people needed help. Same with the last group that I was with. We were a registered 501(c), and same thing. We had to shut down because we were going broke, or the president was going broke, because we were putting out our own money. So YouTube is free. Why not use my YouTube channel to not only share my love of crafting, but I might be able to help a friend in need. That's the real deal. Except for the weirdos, yeah. Oh, I didn't see that one. Let me get rid of it, because we don't talk politics on this page. Yeah, so that's my goal in life, is to help people and to make sure that they know they're not alone. And maybe one day I'll do, a little story time. I don't know if I will upload it, because hell, I'm not 100%, not cured, but I've not healed 100%. And it all, even though I divorced my first husband September 1st of 2009, some of y'all don't know this, but he was in prison for 10 years and out of our lives for 10 years. So when he got out 2 years ago, he took me to court straight away, to be able to see Obi. And so everything that I had been through, And all of the milestones, that I thought I'd accomplished, they were thrown right back at me that day. And Obi has quickly found out that the grass is not always greener on the other side, just like I told him. But a kid's got to find out on his own. So I believe that my higher purpose here is to support and educate and help. And I love being on YouTube. So why not use that as my platform? So, okay, anyway, I could go on and on and on about that topic. That's how passionate I am about it. But so to the recipe challenge that is going on my channel, I have gotten several recipes in. I've already cooked Anna's recipe for ribs the other night, and Alexandria, if you watch this on playback, she is a subscriber here on YouTube, and she's on Instagram, Apollonia1017. I know you guys have seen some of her work around. She's awesome. But she sent me a really easy corn casserole recipe, so I paired that corn casserole with Anna's rib recipe and knocked two out at the same time. So I have Great Aunt Joy. She sent over a little notebook, like just a little TN style notebook, and she wrote down several recipes in there and a good variety of them. So I'm slowly, as I'm getting better, like I had to go get quick meals because I'm still not feeling 100% to be standing over a stove, but trying. So that is still going on. My family did enjoy the ribs. I didn't bomb on them. Obi didn't even try the corn casserole because he is he has an aversion to the texture of vegetables. So he says. No, for real, he used to gag with vegetables. It was so gross. But anyway, so he chose not to eat it. Mickey said it was suitable, like it reminded him of something you would have at like a family reunion, which it totally is. But it paired well with the ribs. So those are the two that I've done now. I need to go back through the recipes and see if I can put together some more dinners for this week, because the funding was not there to get everything that I needed for some of the recipes. And I don't have, like, you guys, when it rains here, it really pours. But I try to think positive. So not only was I sick last week, but on, I think it was Wednesday, our car broke down. And when I say I have one payment left, I have one freaking payment left on this car, and it broke down, which, that's just par for the course. That would have happened, but that wiped out my refrigerator fund. So all the money that I had saved to buy a refrigerator, because we want to get a scratch and dent one, so while we're still getting a cheaper one, it might still have, the place where we're looking at has warranties and stuff. So anyway, so now my big ticket items that I've been saving for is knocked back down on the rung, so I haven't been able to get a whole lot of groceries at once. But it is what it is. We just keep trucking along and we keep working, and we will get there one day. Anybody doing anything cool for the 4th? Our little town had the little fireworks show on Saturday, and we had the best seats. Like, It's okay. Like I said, it's par for the course. But we had the best seats for the fireworks show because we live, right in the downtown area. And they literally, we were standing in our front yard, and it was obnoxiously loud, like as if we were sitting under them. But the funny thing is, my dogs didn't give a damn about the fireworks. They just didn't like all the people walking around on the sidewalks. Didn't try to take off, didn't run. They weren't even barking at the fireworks. It was the craziest thing, but I'm sure we'll hear more this weekend. And okay, so this is the little theme, that Michael's paper, Sunday morning or something like that. So that's one side, and then little coffee pots on the other side, and then on the shaker pocket, this is like a marble, so I'm going to do a shaker pocket out of that one. But yeah, so as far as staples, I did get like Worcestershire sauce. I got oh, that's right, John is coming home tomorrow. Yeah, we didn't go anywhere. Stayed right here, like I said, in the front yard. Obi did go out to the road. He stood on the sidewalk. But other than that, no big plans. We don't have the money for big plans anyway, so it doesn't matter. This weekend I am taking out the paint. Like, I'm so disgusted with how my craft room looks, especially now that Mickey has a table in here, and he's a damn mess over there. I've got to get some cleaning going. That's why this swap with Lauren and my regular swap with Michelle are the only two swaps I'm working on for July at all. So this weekend I'm going to get some of the white paint out. I'm going to finish the window and the doors in this room and go from there. Because like I said, I can't stand, like, everything is so unfinished here. It's frustrating. Like, I really need to win the lottery. Who doesn't say that, right? I need to win the lottery so I can, if we won the lottery, we would just tear this house down and rebuild it. But I don't know about y'all, but I don't even play the lottery, so the chances of me winning are very slim. I know. That's what hubby says when he's throwing away his losing lottery tickets. Okay, so that is the base of my little pocket letter. All inked up. And let's see, what else is going on? What else do I need to talk about? So the expo. I am so excited to go to the expo in like 2-3 weeks. I don't even remember. I don't have a calendar in front of me. I started making out my shopping list. Now that I have been watching so many mixed media channels, Anna and Michelle, you both will be happy to know I am fully on board, fully invested, and I'm going to be hopefully able to find a lot of mixed media stuff at the expo. That's really where I'm going to focus. I've gotten some of the sparks and some of the rust paste. Don't know how to use any of that stuff yet, but I even have this giant paintbrush that I got on clearance at Michael's for $1.27. I don't really know why paintbrushes have to be this long, but I got it, and my husband says it's because Bob Ross had really long paintbrushes. You can't go wrong with Bob Ross. So far, my little paintbrush collection for mixed media are these two. Obi picked this one out. I think this was like 60% off. And then this one was on the clearance aisle. And there's a key on here. This is acrylic, and this is acrylic brush. Level 1. That is definitely me, level 1. But yeah, so I'm super excited. I have a ton of video ideas, and I want to I'm off on Friday. There was no point in being off Thursday and then working one day and then being off again. So I just took Friday off, and I am going to do a bunch of videos, just batch process, go back to that, and then still study on how to do live a little bit better. The cool thing about Streamlabs, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. So Streamlabs, you can download it on the computer, and you can also download it on your phone. So this is what the little icon is. It's on Apple and Android, and it's just called Streamlabs. And the cool thing about using Streamlabs, and this is what it'll look like when you log in, you have to link up you can't really see that very well, but you link up your YouTube account, and even though you're not monetized on YouTube, there is a function in Streamlabs that allows you to accept PayPal donations, which I'm not like trying for, but I just thought that was cool if you were a YouTube channel that like needed to raise funds, or like if you were a charitable channel or something. Like, I thought that was a cool aspect of Streamlabs. And I can't get it to work. I can't. If I'm using it on my phone, it will link me up and it'll show that I am recording. But then the times that I've tried to do it, nobody is on to let me know that it's working. But then when I go into my video dashboard on YouTube, it's showing that I had a live stream. So it must be working on my phone. And if that's the case, if I can iron it down, then I may be able to do some live videos at the expo. That's really what I want to do, because I am meeting, like, I'm in 2 Facebook groups. I'm in one here with Anna, and the other one I'm in is Crafty Gals. And there are some ladies that are coming to Georgia just for the expo and just to meet up. So that's super, 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 super exciting. If I can figure out Streamlabs and get it going, then maybe I'll do a tutorial on it later, because like I said, if you have a necessity like this, if you can use Streamlabs and live stream to YouTube, then you're bypassing, like, it would be cool for small channels to be able to bypass the fact that you can't stream live from your mobile on YouTube. Does that make sense? And I don't think that's fair, because that only changed recently. In 2018, I was filming live to YouTube from my phone. So that's something that is new, 2019, that they took away from us. And like I said, there are so many advantages to lives that, like, I don't know. I actually, when I'm able to join lives and I catch lives from the creators that I like, I usually gain 4 or 5 new subscribers just from being on the live and communicating with everybody. And then they see, oh, hey, she must have a crafty YouTube channel, so they go over, they're subscribed. So like it's a win-win. They shouldn't take it away from us. I mean, crap, we're already demonetized and can't make any money. Granted, 6 cents on a video isn't that great, but I'm just saying, like, we're already hindered so much because we're crafty channels. The market isn't huge for crafty channels like it is for, say, a beauty channel. But yeah, I want to do better with my videos. I want to do nicer quality videos. And I don't think my, down facing videos are that bad. I don't really edit. My husband says I need to learn how to edit, but I'm really cautious most of the time with my speech and the verbiage I'm using. So I try not to flub. I try very, very hard not to flub. And then, when I listen to them on playback, sometimes I do hear mess ups, but like, I'm not a full-time YouTuber, and I feel like if you're going to learn how to edit, that YouTube will become a full-time job at that point, and I don't get paid for that. So I have to choose where I'm going to delegate my time and how I'm going to share my time. But I have, this huge platform that I want to use. I have a drive to use in a more positive way, and I feel like, as with all things in life, I'm hindered by this rule or that rule, and everybody that knows me personally knows I'm an anarchist at heart, and I don't like rules. I don't like rules. I don't like parameters. I don't like timelines. I don't like a lot of stuff. And see, like, Anna, for your videos, one thing I noticed that sets yours apart, okay, so you don't edit, okay. But what's cool about your videos is the intro that you do. It's like a custom intro for each video. I don't even know how to do that yet. Like, I did my channel art on YouTube, and I try to do a decent job with thumbnails, but thumbnails, again, if you've got a lot of time, you can make great thumbnails. And all of the YouTube people say, oh, do thumbnails, make it so people want to click on your videos, yada, yada, yada. And if you want a good example of someone who has taken that, not criticism, but that suggestion, is Happy Mail Queen. Now, I think she just hit 12,000 subscribers. I personally have not watched any of her videos in a long time. Okay, so your daughter comes over and does it. See, my son won't invest any time on the YouTube channel with me. But, like, so for Happy Mail Queen, she is at 12,000 subscribers. I haven't been watching her recently because I feel like the bigger YouTubers who are on design teams, they all get their design team packages at the same time. They're all uploading the same dies at the same time. Then they're all uploading their design team projects at the same time. Then they're all getting sponsored product from BB Crafts at the same time. Then they're all uploading their project shares for BB Crafts at the same time. So I need variety, and I want to try to provide variety. But another thing about Happy Mail Queen's channel, despite the fact that I haven't been watching her lately, I did notice she has done kind of like a 360 when it comes to her thumbnails, and she's using, I think she uses a Bitmoji, and she uses text. And all of the people in the industry who, you're supposed to do well with your channel, all that, the channel guru people that I watch, they suggest using big, bold text and putting bolder thumbnails out there. And it's a lot of information to take in, and it just depends on if you have the time to invest in it. I don't even have a camera mount. That's another reason I haven't been able to do different videos. I must have thrown my little camera tripod or my phone tripod away when I moved. Yeah, and like Michelle, you said in your in your craft with me video, the one I was allowed to watch, you said that you wanted more variety, and I think you and I have even talked about it texting, that we quit watching some of these channels because they're all doing the same thing at the same time. Not to say I dislike their channel or that person. Like, I totally love Craft Purge and Crafting with Liller. Like, I like what they do, but at the same time, everybody's doing Maggie Holmes at the same time. Or with all the design team people, they're not doing tutorials right now. They're doing design team projects. They're showing you the end project. They're not showing you the process anymore. I think Crafting with Liller is one of the only ones left that is still doing craft with me's or process videos. Yeah, and Scrap the World is one that I will still watch because she provide, like, not so much her swap shares and all that stuff, but I will watch her tutorials because she's one of the only ones left that does pretty decent in-depth tutorials. Her, and there's another one, Lisa Goss. She does pretty decent tutorials. She's here in Georgia. But yeah. But even she does other stuff on her, like she has a second channel and stuff. And I want to just, man, like all the ideas I have in my head, it's like they're on fire, and I have no way to get them out because I can't, for whatever reason. You know, you have these thoughts that are like, what sets your channel apart from other channels? And I feel like I have a decent base, but I just feel like I'm not using my platform to not just my advantage, but I'm not using it to its full potential. And so I get really frustrated. That, and I do want to be a famous YouTuber. I mean, crap, who doesn't? I do want to be recognized as a good YouTuber. Would it be nice to make enough money from YouTube that I wouldn't have to do my regular, mundane, boring job every day? Yeah. Come on. But anyway, I didn't take out enough supplies because, quite frankly, I didn't have the, I wasn't prepared because I'm trying to find my words. I wasn't confident that going live would even work. So I'll probably go clock in back to work now. Get in my 10 hours for the day. And my husband will probably be home soon, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this live short. Thank you for everybody who joined. And if you see this video on playback, if you have any suggestions or any comments, you guys leave them in the description box below. I do try and go back and at least give everybody a heart to let you know I am watching and seeing all of your comments. So I'll be back later, and like I said, on Friday I'm going to be doing a lot of videos, so hopefully I'll have some good content coming to you guys soon. And I appreciate you, everybody. Y'all have a good day. Much love.